All right, guys, name is Tyler, aka Nanogenix, and today I actually smashed my finger. I've been doing this lately where I press down on my desk. I smashed my finger in between a 45-pound weight and another piece of metal, and it did not feel very good, and I just got reminded of that as I pressed down on the desk. But that's not why you clicked on this. You clicked on this because we're doing our before you summon for the transforming intelligence Goku Black, coming to the global side of the game tonight at around 11:30 p.m. Pacific. Now that could typically change a little bit. That's what it's showing on the server side. If you shout out to dbz.space, also shout out to the wiki really fast too. Links to both will be down below in the description, but it looks like it's going to release around 11:30 p.m. Pacific tonight when this video goes live on my channel. What we do in it before you summon, we talk about the unit, right? So we go into details of what the unit can do. We talk about the banner, a super important part, right, of a before you summon is the actual banner, my opinions on it and everything else. And a huge change, we're going to actually build a team, then take the event on with a Goku Black team. That was something that got some feedback from you guys on a couple of these, and I've decided to go ahead and change the formula of the videos because I take the feedback from you guys. These are absolutely meant to be, a lot of my stuff is I very like to focus more on the entertainment side of it. This is very meant to be informative. My opinion of using the unit, right? My experience with the unit over the last 3, 4, 5 months, as well as just giving you guys the actual facts of the unit, the banners, and everything else. So first half, character, banner. Second half, actual team, right? Taking on the actual event itself. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get started. Now, intelligence Goku Black, of course, transforming unit, the category already on the global side, time travelers via the LR Trunks and Mai. So that portion of it, again, the team building will be a little bit weird. We'll get to that. We'll get that in a moment. So he's time travelers category key +3, HP attack and defense plus 150% across the board. He also boosts extreme intelligence key +3, HP attack and defense plus 90%. He greatly raises defense and causes immense damage to enemy on his super attack when he is in his base state. His passive is where people get a little weird about him because his first rotation that you have him out, SA10 even at like 55%, 70%, 80%, he doesn't do too much damage because he slowly builds his passive up over time. So his attack plus 40% at the start of each turn and caps at 120%. Chance to perform a critical hit plus 5% when each attack received at a cap of 40%, and then transform when conditions are met. Now he transforms after 6 turns. So as long as your HP is above 80% and it's the 6th turn, he will transform into his Rose state. 6 turns is a pretty far amount into a fight, which is an unfortunate thing for him. We'll talk about his transformation in just a second. Links in him are Cold Judgment, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Prepared for Battle, Dismal Future, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle. Fits into Realm of Gods, Batara, Future Saga, Transformation Boost, and Time Travelers. Once he transforms, nothing changes about his leader ability. Nothing really changes also about his super attack. Of course, the super attack actually does change in a sense of what it looks like, and it's absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite super attacks in the game. Shout out to top 10 super attacks from your boy Nano. I'll put a link to that at the end of this one in case you guys missed that. Then his passive is his sort of big change here. Attack plus 150%, so it just goes immediately up to 150. Then high chance to perform a critical hit, which is also a 50% chance for him to perform a critical hit. And the big one for him is extreme class key +3. So his extreme class allies get key +3 from him at that point, which falls in line with his STR and AGL versions as well. Then some links do change on him. He gets Super Saiyan and Kamehameha, and again still fits into the same category. So he does have the exact same name as the physical Goku Black. So again, team building on him, we don't have to go too deep into because we've had a unit similar to him, pretty much him, for the last like 2.5 years. So he will replace a physical Goku Black on those respective teams because you can't run them together since they have the exact same name, even though this one transforms into his Rose state. So that is the unit. Let's talk about the banner and then we'll get into more of the opinionated side of things here. Anyways, there's the banner on your screen. You got, headlining it obviously is the intelligence Goku Black, full power SSJ for Goku coming back, STR Rose, SSJ 3 Bardock, the intelligence Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, the intelligence SSJ Trunks, which is about to get a new version of him that's coming part of Golden Week on the JP side, and then the Tech Extreme Z Awakened Cell, and then of course SR Trunks and SR Bardock. This banner, it has value, but it doesn't have quite the value we've seen for some of the others. And again, I'll see people compare like these in-between banners to something like a yearly banner. It's not really comparable to that. The year 4 banners on the JP side were some of the best banners, if not the best banners we've ever seen in the history of the game. That's typically how that should continue to go. If it's a yearly anniversary banner, you expect it to be a good banner, a high value banner. But here's the thing with this, and the thing that I will continue to say from pretty much here on out until this game gets a huge major change. go for units you want to go for. Like seriously, we're at a point where, you know, some people do complain about what this unit can do, but he still does enough that you're able to beat events. And if you really like Goku Black, then summon for him. You know what I mean? If you've been saving up stones, you know, obviously in terms of just straight value for your stones, obviously saving for year 4 would be the better option. If you're just truly out there looking for value per stone, the year 4 banner is going to give you more value per stone. But if Goku Black's your favorite character and you don't care about value per stone, you don't care about LR SSJ4s, you don't care about LR Vegito, LR Gogeta, or you already got them, or whatever it might be, tell just Goku Black. I literally just had my buddy that I talk about all the time from work, Jordan, literally was just messaging me today saying, should I summon on this banner? And I said, isn't Goku Black like one of your favorite characters in Dragon Ball now? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. I said, what else would you save for? And he's like, I guess the year 4s. And I was like, I mean, if you're gonna spend stones, go for the character you really want to use. And he's like, good point. I'm like, when was the last time a character that released was not good enough to take on the new events that you had issues with? And he was like, not really ever. And I was like, good point. So pull and use the characters you want to use in this game. That's really where I'm at with this. So value wise of the banner, honestly, it's not great, but it's not bad either. Full power SJ for Goku, incredible. That STR Rose, if you don't have him, amazing, incredible Ink Buddy for the new Goku Black. And then SSJ3 Bardock, you can't really go wrong with him. He's one of the best super support units still in this game. Plus, he's the SSJ3 lead, so if you like SSJ3s, there you go. So again, value of the banner is not much, but go for the units you want to go for. With that though, let's actually hop into some actual gameplay of this unit, taking a look at the category and all of that. Here's mine actually in game. You can of course select the different versions of depending on what you want to look at. It also shows you the changes to the passive and the links and stuff like that. Mine is sitting at 69%. I was able to pull a dupe of him. We've got him at 9 additional, and then 3 critical here, and then 5 dodge. I'm hoping he's coming on this Muramasu banner, and it would make sense for him to be there. And then let's back out. This is the team that I've built. Now, you can't really go too wrong with this guy right here, and of course this is available on global, and I kept it to global only units, right? Global units that are available and you can actually use. The problem with this category is it is super LR heavy. So this guy gives us key +2 attack and defense plus what was that, 20? It's 25%, right? No, 30%. But the thing about it is this category is super heavy on LR. So if we go to change, we actually got the category pulled up here. The other thing too, and I messaged my buddy and I said, now if you're just wanting him for his actual time travelers category, a big reason why I still run him a fairly decent amount is for heroes. And that doesn't mean a whole lot for global, right? We still think they're going to eventually release on global, but you'll notice looking at this category, a big portion of the units available here for me to use are heroes type units. Now some are obviously dupes, like it won't let me choose Trunks because I've already got a Trunks, you know, stuff like that. But as you look at this category, there are the pretty heavy hitters are of course the LRs, which I mean generally the LRs are going to be the heavy hitters for a category, but it does tend to be very LR heavy. So when it comes to team building, I mean, you are a little bit more limited as opposed to some of the other categories we have nowadays, like Vegeta's lineage, Goku's lineage, pure Saiyans and stuff like that. Very large categories. This one tends to be a little bit smaller, a little bit more, you know, less options here to choose from. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it the way we have it though. This is the team that we are going to run. Before I actually hop into the event though, I do want to say a couple things. First of all, if you're new to the channel, you guys are enjoying today's before you summon it, and you've not hit that red subscribe button down there yet, consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button, joining #NanoFam today. You might also, before you summon, for those of you that still do enjoy these videos, you might consider slapping the like button. And last but not least, I actually pulled out the figure arts. I bought 2 because I wanted to be able to do one in base form and then do one in his rose state. So I have 2 of these Goku Black figures. I did an unboxing of them, gosh dude, I think almost 2 years ago at this point. But I brought the figure arts out for this before you summon video. With that though, let's actually hop into the actual stage. One thing also to note, which is super random, but I like that this stage just gets to the point. It's just a straight shot from the beginning into the boss fight. There is no shenanigans of a huge box that I have to like go around and stuff. That's fine when the event is like built for that, like, oh, let's go in and get a bunch of items. But when I just want to get into a boss fight, let me just get into a boss fight. Anyway, we're gonna try our best to get him to Rose. 6 turns is a big drawback for him. I feel like that doesn't almost even need to be said, but it is. This is a 4-turn stage basically, and since I've already shown off, do we want to link these 2 together? I guess let's just do it at least once, you know what I mean, just to kind of have it there. but I'm gonna try my best to make this last 6 rotations. So that is a downfall to this unit. I've been talking this unit up to some extent, a decent amount in this video, but that is definitely a downfall. Is the fact that if a huge portion of the reason why I like this unit is the fact that he's able to go Rose, you don't see the Rose too much. I do run this unit a fairly decent amount. Like I do, truthfully. I've used this unit quite a lot in the last 6 months. I like Goku Black, so I used S tier Rose. People had asked me for the longest time last year. S tier Rose came out at the end of 2017. What's my favorite unit? And for the longest time, like if I'm like TUR, I would go for Rose. I just really liked that unit. For me personally, Goku Black is a really cool character, and I think very popular character. There's an obvious reason why they have made several at this point of him. He has his own LR. He has several different T-Wars in the game, stuff like that. So, obviously a pretty big fan favorite in here. Let's see. Can we make this? Can we potentially make this last multiple rounds here? I don't know if we can. As you also may have noticed, he had type advantage last rotation, and he still didn't do that much because he does have to build up. Like that's, as we talked about towards the beginning of the video, that is a portion of his kit. Another thing too we've not discussed is just how to build him. It's pretty self-explanatory because his kit is really built around giving him critical hits anyway. So typically you probably want him to have built-in additionals since criticals are part of his kit. Obviously there's still going to be people who build him out giving him criticals and everything else, but if you want to be quote-unquote optimal with him, additionals are probably going to be the better way since you can just build up his criticals with his built-in kit. Oh dude, he's going to survive. All right, sweet. That may have just saved it for us. We may actually see a Rose turn here. This is going to be nice. Okay, so we're on turn 3. We need it to last 3 more turns. It's guaranteed at least 2 more after this anyway, but I don't think we'll one-shot everything. I don't think. Okay, so this is now turn 2 technically for him. He's being boosted, being linked up with the Rose here. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this Rose on rotation. And this is going to be, let's see. No, we'll see him at 120. So we're gonna see him through all of his different stages. The primary thing here that has happened a couple times for me, I've made it to that 6th turn. Make sure you're above that 80% HP. So, all right, we're breaking 1.2 here. This is mine, so this is the one we looked at, sitting at about 69%. The other one that I brought along with me, the friend unit, is only 55% unit, but he is at least SA10. Anyway, those are some things to think about. Like if you do really want this character, but you want him just primarily for his Rose state, remember the 6-turn transformation, which is a part that definitely does suck. But I do run him in a lot of teams, right? I mean, he can be used in a lot of teams. That's something that is really nice about him as a unit here. Let's do this, and let's do maybe this. I'm gonna try my best here. We've already seen him super tech, so let's not let him go too crazy. Let's not go too crazy here, and let's not even go too crazy here. So Trunks and Mai, as long as they don't go off here, we should be okay. They have a tendency though to go a little bit wild. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean they are Rainbow too though, but a 2.8 million attack stat. Of course, they're getting a decent amount of buff because they are on their most optimal team here. They can absolutely be on. All right, they went off. Great, good, good. Also we're facing off against a category that also boosts their passive as well. The Goku Black fight does help boost them and give them additional ki as part of their kit. Okay, we're pretty much at this point guaranteed to see Rose. So hopefully we can even make it. Let's see, let's go here. So this Goku Black now is as buffed out as he can be from his passive before he goes into his Rose state. His passive is sitting at 120%. So this is as buffed out as he can be. Because he gets attack plus 40% each time he comes around. So we are now sitting at 120 with him. Then let's do this, and because we have this Trunks here, we're actually gonna probably see him do pretty good. This is be about as good as a non-rainbow Goku Black in his base state can output. Almost 2 million attack stat. It's actually pretty good. It doesn't really matter. Rose out here with a 3.1 million attack stat. Okay. See, I mean, dude, that's why I love this S-tier Rose so much. All right, so we should. I wasn't paying attention to my health. This next turn is technically turn 6, or at least 80% HP. We were. All right, so we are transforming the friend unit a nice 55%. So actually not bad. If you plan on not being able to go for dupes at all for this, but you did only summon for 1, here you go. This is going to be him linked up, sitting at 55%. We may actually be able to see the other 2. now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, because the thing about it is, yeah, let's not go too off here. Thing about it is this event actually does have a decent amount of defense. I remember taking this event on first time. If you guys have never tuned in to any of my videos where I take on the events for their first time, I don't look up anything. I don't want to know what I'm getting myself into. It's always a sort of initial first reaction type of situation for me. And so I remember the first time I took this on, I was somewhat disappointed because it doesn't last very long. You know what? We're not gonna have enough health. I thought about using an item just for the sake of it. We won't have enough health. We're too low now. I don't think we will. I didn't look too much into it. Yeah, we're too low. Let's go. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. At least we got to see one rosé, and that's what truly counts. But basically, this event, he's able to heal up from basically the boss fights 2, 3, and 4. And once you get to his 4th, you can see he can't be stunned and he cannot be sealed. But that's about it. You can lower his defense, lower his attack, and stuff like that. Again, the fight, it's really not that bad of a fight at all. Matter of fact, we're probably going to win it right here. Let's do this. Doesn't really matter too much. This is pretty much the end of this right here. I feel like my 69%, when we haven't really taken on too many attacks to build up his critical, really. I mean, we have, but we haven't. So it's not, see, and when he does this portion where he should have attacked this, but instead he healed up. Yeah, I'm fairly certain LR Vegito Blue will finish this for us. 1.3 million attack stat. He has a very high chance to get a critical here though, and it didn't even matter. And with that was today's video. That was today's Before You Summon. If you guys like this format a little bit better, you know, bringing an actual team to the actual event rather than just talking about the event and everything else, I feel like you guys will like this a lot more. But you can definitely let me know down below in the comment section. As I also said, if you're new to the channel, you're not done so yet, you look down there, that subscribe button's red. You might consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button, joining #NanoFam today. You might also consider slapping the like button. Guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix signing off. Best of luck on your summons if you do decide to hop in. Guys, we'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.